Hi, my name is Brittany Vina and I am the marketing manager here at Pack Health. I am also a bar and total body fitness instructor as well. So today we are going to be doing an upper body workout. We'll be focusing on our biceps, our triceps, our lats, and our chest. We'll be doing it interval style, so we'll be doing 30 seconds on and then 10 seconds off. We recommend that you start it with a warm-up, so we recommend about 5 minutes each for warm-up. So you can start it with some walking, you can do a light jog, you can do some knee pulls as well, maybe add some arms in as well. So take about 5 minutes to get warmed up and let's get started. So as a reminder, we're going to be doing interval style workouts. We'll be doing 30 seconds on and then 10 seconds off. I'll be stopping briefly in the middle of the workout to provide coaching tips and alternatives. Don't worry, you guys get to keep going the entire time for all the 30 seconds. We're gonna get started with some jumping jacks, so get ready to start in 4, 3, 2, start those jacks. You're taking those jacks, hands are nice and tall, and feet are coming out nice and wide. You're opening up through your chest and taking your hands to that top, and then taking deep inhales and exhales as you take it down. You only have about half more time left, so really keep those hands up nice and tall and really press them out nice and wide, taking it as fast as you want. Give me a couple more seconds here. You have 8, it's 7, 6, then we take a break. You have 4, 3, 2, take a quick break. We're gonna get set up for that next workout here. We have push-ups. You're gonna drop down onto your knees and take your feet behind you, rolling your shoulders back and down and pressing your hands underneath your shoulders, and shoot your feet back behind you, pressing through your heels. Feet are hips distance apart, driving your core in. You're gonna lower it down and then press it right back up. You lower it down and then press it right back up. You can walk your hands out a little bit further to drive your elbows back to that 45-degree angle, or you can drive them back and have them graze your rib cage. You want to make sure that that core is pressing in that whole time and that booty is going to be in line with that spine. You want a nice flat back as you take these push-ups and trying to find that relax, and then also find that deep inhale and exhale as you lower it down. Give me 4, 3, 2, dropping your knees down and then come over onto your seat. You're going to take your heels out in front of you, pressing your hands into the mat, opening up through your shoulders, driving your heels in. Lift it up nice and tall and then drive your elbows back and then lift it with control. You drive your elbows back and you lift it with control, getting your heels just as close as you can to that seat as you drive it down. The closer your heels are into your seat, the more work that you're gonna get. So drive those heels in closer and drive your elbows back, trying to come down just to a little bit of a hover as we take this little move. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and then when you're ready, dropping down onto your seat, crossing your legs, rocking it forward, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, stepping your feet back. Feet are hip distance apart and drive your core in. You want to tuck your seat under, and that gaze is going to be right in front of your fingertips. Keep that core tucked in and really engage like a statue-like position as you hold it in this plank. Maybe trying to take your fingers and pressing them into the mat a little bit more to really find that stability as you press out through the earth, lifting it up nice and tall. Being careful to keep that gaze right in front of those fingertips for these last couple seconds here. You only have 7 more seconds. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, dropping down onto your knees. All right, this time stepping both of your legs up and then starting with those next upper body move. We're gonna take our arms out nice and wide, keeping a soft bend in those knees and starting those arm circles here. You're just taking these little moves, your arms are nice and long, and you're just circling your arms kind of the size of a golf ball. You wanna make sure you're pressing your shoulders away from your ears, relaxing through that chest, and also relax through your face. Makes your life a lot easier. So keep that breath going, keep those circles going. You got a couple more seconds. Give me 7, 6, 5, we drop it down. You have 4, 3, 2, dropping your arms down. Shake it out, and then press those arms out nice and long for these next couple rounds going the opposite direction. So we're gonna take those arm circles, that opposite direction here, arms are nice and long, just trying to make a golf ball sized circle with that middle finger as we extend it nice and long. Pressing your shoulders away from your ears and then keeping that nice little motion here as we take these little circles. Give me a couple more seconds of these, and then we're gonna take it back to the mat. You have 8, it's 7, 6, you drop it down. Last 4, 3, 2, release it down. All right, coming back down onto the mat, dropping both of your knees down, hands pressing to the mat, shooting your feet back as you lower it down. You're gonna extend your arms behind you, opening up through your chest and then lifting it up here. That gaze is going to be shooting out about a foot in front of you as you press your hands back and then press that body up. Your lats are going to be squeezing in together. You wanna find that maximum lift. You still have those toes glued into the ground here as you lift it a little bit higher. So challenge yourself for these last 10 seconds to lift a little bit higher here. You have 8, it's 7, it's 6, you drop down. Give me 4, 3, 2, lowering it down. Bringing your hands just out beside you, curling your toes under, and then pressing yourself up out of the mat here. Driving your core and tucking your seat under. You're gonna drive your right knee in and then press it right back. You're gonna drive your left knee in and then press it back. Rotating through those right and left knees and finding that speed that works for you. Keeping that gaze right in front of those fingertips as we drive our knees in. You wanna point through your toe as you press it right back and keep that pull coming from those knees as you keep that drive going. Driving it and pushing it back with control for these last couple seconds here. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then dropping down to your knees, sending your seat back, hands forward. So we're gonna start our cool down here. We got about a 5-minute cool down. So I want you to start and take your feet directly underneath your hips. Bending through your knees, reach your hands up nice and tall, reaching it to the ceiling. Trying to elongate through your spine with that gaze up nice and tall as you take that reach to the top. We're gonna lower our hands down, take a quick bounce, and then reach it up one more time, reaching it to the ceiling, maybe closing through your eyes, maybe driving your core in as you just reach it nice and long. Taking deep inhales, and then exhaling it out to find that breath and lowering that heart rate slowly. When you're ready, dropping your right arm behind you, bending through your elbow, and then taking your left hand and bringing it to the top of your elbow and just pulling gently down onto that right elbow. Trying to relax your shoulders away from your ears and trying to find some stabilization in that core as you pull your elbow down and find that stretch along that right tricep here. Take a deep inhale through your nose, and then exhale it out, releasing both hands up, stretching it again towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, I want you to drop your left hand behind your head and then bring your right hand to your left elbow as we switch that stretch up and pull it over onto that right side. Taking a deep inhale, and then pulling the arm down a little bit deeper, just finding that stretch down that left side of that tricep as we pull our shoulders away from our ears and try and let that heart rate fall gently. When you're ready, releasing those hands up nice and tall again, lowering them down, and then finding your hands either on the tops of your thighs, just outside of your hips, but with your palms facing forward. You're gonna lift your shoulders up, closing through your eyes, trying to get your ears to your shoulders, and then rolling them down with control. When you're ready, taking that again, so lifting your shoulders up and then rolling it right back down. You wanna just kind of go through this at your own pace, so taking a couple cycles of this of your own, lifting your shoulders up, finding that tension and releasing it all down. When we take our shoulders up, we're gonna take those inhales, and then when we release them down, we're taking those exhales here. Taking one more round of these, and then lowering them down with control. We're gonna take our head and then we're gonna take it over to that right side, maybe closing through your eyes through this, and then taking some rounding through that neck as we just take some quick circles. Taking that head over to that left side, really working through that shoulder as we take those turns, maybe moving your hair out of your way if that's an option that you need, and then bringing yourself back to center. You're gonna take your left ear over to that left shoulder and then take those circles on that other side. So circling through that head as we take these turns here, moving a little bit slowly and trying to find some smoothness in this movement here as we circle it around, trying to relax through that neck. So when you're ready, finding that still moment with your head forward, and we're gonna take our feet out a little bit wider than your hips. Taking your toes out at about a 45-degree angle, bend through your knees and reach it up nice and tall one more time. Then when you're ready, bringing your hands down and placing your forearms on either side of your thigh, sinking your seat down, and then just rocking it back and forth. Finding that low point of that seat, finding that little bit of a rock here, as we find this little movement through that seat, finding that stretch, kind of working out from those mountain climbers that we did, and then also any of that floor exercise that required all of that lower body stability. When you're ready, sending it up, taking your hands and then placing them on the mat. You can walk your feet out a little bit wider if that is what you need, but placing your hands flat on the mat or maybe just grazing your fingertips onto the mat, driving that core in as we find that flat back position. We're gonna take our left hand up to the sky with that gaze following, finding that twist through that side body and finding that opening through that chest. As you reach it nice and long, lifting it up towards the sky. Find that deep inhale and that exhale as we reach it a little bit taller. And then this time taking that left hand down, taking your right hand over to that other side, opening up through that chest, taking your gaze up with that right hand, trying to keep your hips square onto the mat as we take that big twist, opening up through that right side body here. Give me another deep inhale, and then exhaling, releasing it down. Taking a slight bend in your knees, reaching it up nice and tall. That last couple breaths, we're gonna do one quick double bounce it down, and then reach it up, bring your hands to prayer, opening up through your shoulders, and then you are done. So thank you all for watching. As a reminder, go through this about 1 to 3 times, whatever your body needs. And then as always, before you start any new exercise routine or try any new exercises, make sure to check in with your care team. Thank you for joining us and have a great workout.